We want to shift and discuss another very important partnership to Jamaica Link Ministries, and that is Teaching with Jamaica. So from what I understand, Teaching with Jamaica has been connected to Jamaica Link for over 10 years. Yes. Can you tell us a little bit about how that partnership started and also how it has grown over the years?
If you want to help the helpless or the poor, one of the best ways is through education.
Definitely.
There's one young lady that came here just on a mission trip, and she was totally impacted when she went into the schools and saw just the lack of resources.
Yeah.
You know, God tugged on her heart. And we sat right here on this in this breezeway, and we talk about just her experience as we unpack that. And so the whole idea of actually starting a movement that would bring resources to under-resourced schools and teachers in order to make a change. And more than 12 years after, we are one of the workshops that teachers look forward to.
Yeah.
Every year we're serving over 150 teachers right now. Hit by the pandemic, but even in the pandemic we were able to do a version of the online version of it. So, you know, there are some challenges to that, but we remain resolute as we're looking forward to it. It's a partnership that we have actually with the government. Where in the Ministry of Education, we partner with Region 4 here in St. James. And basically, they spot those schools that are under-resourced and they select them. And then we basically work with them. And I should say, we have actually resourced about 3 libraries already. And we do that every other year. And so Patty Gilbert and her team from down in Texas, but it was first started with Carla Hughes. And she was that little girl that was impacted. Well, that's the little girl. She's the young lady, you know, that was impacted. She was working in the schools in Texas. And this is what happens when persons come here to Jamaica. And this is kind of like the hub of love, you know. It's the empowerment center. This is where a lot of visions happen, and it's a lot of vision is birthed right here. And and we look forward to many more things. So coming on a mission trip is not just a normal thing. It is something that can cause great visions and persons. We have heard of so many people who have found their lives mission, you know, right here. Even partners too.
Yeah, absolutely. So to kind of revisit the connection that Jamaica Link has with the churches, especially here in the St. James area, we know about the football fiesta that was started in partnership with the churches in the flanker area. Can you talk a little bit about how the football fiesta idea came about and also the impact that you believe it has had in Jamaica Link's effort for community development and also intervention?
Crime has been a real challenge, and we have many unattached youths in communities, and especially in the community of Flanker. We thought to ourselves that what if we could bring the churches together on an effort of mentorship, because many of these youths feel like they have been neglected. And so one way that we felt that we could combat the crime monster is to meet the young men where they are. And football, you know, football or soccer for some folk, that's where their heart is. And meeting them there and just being a faithful presence and being there to build a bridge with them. So we call the initiative the football mentorship. And so it is where we get the churches together to start a league, a football league, and where each church must have a team, but half of the team must come from the community where they don't go to church.
Okay.
And so the whole idea is to have a positive influence and to have standard bearers who would be able to impact. But instead of calling people to come to church, is that we are going out there and being the church right where they are. And we have seen, such change in many of those youths. And part of what we try to do is to help to raise awareness, because many of these youths don't even recognize that there are opportunities. And so one of the things that we do is that we have an annual time where the social development, we work with social development and different organizations like Heart, the police, and we bring the hotels, we bring different persons together, having booths there and showcasing opportunities for these young men. So we have a whole day of tournament. We bring children together. And I really want to thank the Calvary Chapel, and Matt Cody and his wife in Arizona. I want to thank the Scoltons and the number of persons who have said, hey, this is a real initiative that we really, really like. And this is one of the ways that we feel we can really make a change in reaching our youths where they are, and especially in the pandemic. And we're talking about all our ministries right now, and all these things are impacted greatly by the pandemic. Yeah. So, but we are resolute.
Absolutely.